So it's been an astounding 8 months since Penacony came out, right? Version 2.0. It's nothing new at this point. We're well beyond Penacony. The upcoming version 2.6 version, however, is going to be Penacony themed. Yeah, we're officially done with the Penacony arc. 2.6 is just going to be more filler. So for now, what we have to look forward to in the main story, at least excluding the Trailblaze Continuance missions, would be the next region, Planet 5 or World 5. Now, we actually don't even know when it is we're actually going to be getting this planet. However, all we can do for now at least is just speculate. So there's a couple different options, right? Let's just get into it. So right now we're at the end of version 2.5 and 2.6 is just beyond the horizon. Now we know that there's going to be a 2.7 and we know that chances are it's most likely going to be dropping early into December. Now version 3.0, however, could literally be right after version 2.7. Now 2.7's units are definitely going to be huge, right? We're getting both Sunday and a 5-star variant of Ting Yun right here, who has been, spoiler for the Shenzhou arc, but has been presumably dead for quite some time. However, now we know officially she's not dead. And at this point, you made it past a spoiler, so we know that Fantalia took over her whole identity, and this right here is actually Fantalia herself possessing Ting Yun. Most likely, that's what I'm pretty sure, right? Because the real Ting Yun, right, Fuge, actually has a different outfit than this. So 2.7 is going to be huge, directly going to be contributing to the story 100%, right? It's Sunday, bro. It's Sunday. We haven't seen Sunday since version like 2.3 or 2.2, and of course that was a part of the main story for Penacony. Now 2.7 could serve as some sort of prologue, jumping us straight into version 3.0. In that case, if 2.7 were to be 6 weeks long, 3.0 would actually end up being halfway through January of 2025, which I'm gonna be honest, bro, really isn't that far from now. And that it makes it's hype, right? I'm hyped for it. A lot of other people will be hyped for it. This guy's literally adventuring. I think that would be the best case scenario, since if they were to do a 2.8 or a 2.9, really they wouldn't be able to do much. Version 2.8 would, if it were to exist, would definitely be filler, because, well, what would they do for 2.8? If we were to get a 2.8, maybe it could be, similar to version 1.6, right? A Herta Space Station themed update. Maybe that could be when we finally see Screwlum playable, Stephen Lloyd playable, or Stephen Lloyd, right? 5-star Herta. But chances are I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, maybe we don't even get a 2.8. Hopefully we don't get one, right? Because the sooner we get 3.0, of course, the better, right? 2.8 could also be a Lunar New Year themed update, right? We haven't gone that yet, and Hoyoverse, we know they love their culture, okay? We know Hoyoverse is Chinese, right? They love it. They love China, right? They love Zhongguo. So they could very well do a Lunar New Year themed update, right? We even got the Festive Revelry event here for the mid-autumn festival right here. So I mean, they could, right? They could make 2.8 something like that, Lantern, right? If you've ever played Genshin Impact. But really, it would just be a filler. 2.8, if it were to be a thing, would most likely be filler. Almost certainly would be filler. And 2.9, I mean, the only Hoyoverse game that will probably ever get a version 2.9 patch would be Honkai Impact, and that was years and years and years ago. That was a very long time ago. So, Genshin Impact didn't get a 2.8. I don't think Honkai Star Rail will get or a 2.9. I don't think Honkai Star Rail will get a 2.9. Regardless, at most we would be jumping from 2.8 straight to 3.0. And if that were the case, then 3.0, the Amphoreus update would be dropping late, like very late into February, right? February 25th would be the date, or 26th maybe, if you're, in Asia, right, or Europe. But In America, it would be the 25th, 25th that night, just like with all the other updates. But first of all, right, I'm a little bit inclined to think that we might not even get a version 2.8. I'm gonna get into that. So, first of all, right, as I was about to say, we've been getting a lot of leaks for the version 2.7 update for months and months and months. We're talking like a very long time, like pretty early on into the Penacony patch. We found out that Sunday wasn't going to be playable for quite some time, right? We've known the contents for 2.7 since like 2.3 or 2.4. It's been a long time, okay? It's been a very long time. But also, right, 2.7 is very much going to be directly contributing to the main story because, like I said, we're going to be getting a 5-star version of Tingyun and Sunday as a 5-star, right? Which means that we're going to be getting story with Fuge slash 5-star Tingyun and also Sunday. And they're not going to be making these two very highly anticipated and important characters in a filler patch, right? We're not going to be going back to the we're not going to be going back to like Urilo 6 to have some Christmas festival with Sunday. We're not doing that, right? He doesn't even have the same drip as what he had in the main story, right? Obviously, 5-star Tingyun and Sunday being in the same patch is gonna have this huge significance in the main story, right? And technically, right, we have gotten story updates every single patch, right? Just the recent one, version 2.5. We got the Luminary War Dance, right? We got the Pristine Blue Chapter 2 Trailblaze Continuance Mission. The continuance missions do actually contribute to the main story in a way, since this mission, funnily enough, does kind of tie into the future of the story, right? It's setting up a lot for more Tingyun, more Luocha, more Ren Mei, right? My hand hit on my desk. We're gonna be getting more Ren Mei of all people. Spoiler alert, it's maybe a little too late, but spoiler alert, we heard about Ren Mei at the end of the 2.5 mission, just out of the blue. I think it was at the end, it might have been near the end. Same with Luocha, and also our little gamer here, Ting Yun, right? Or Fuge. So obviously 2.7 is going to be highly important, and I don't think that they're going to start building momentum with something like 2.7 and then killing it off with a filler patch like 2.8 and then going back to the story updates with 3.0. Having a one patch break like that would just be kind of weird, especially because of how highly anticipated 2.7 in specific has been. Which I really hope there's not going to be a 3.8, because if that's the case, then 3.0 would literally just be at the very beginning of 2025, just kicking off the year with Amphoreus, just jumping straight into it like that. I'm not gonna lie, bro, that would be nice. I'm pretty sure we would all very much appreciate and love that. But that's gonna be it for this video, right? I would love to hear what other people have to think, right? Do you think that the obviously story related update that 2.7 will be is the beginning of another golden era for Honkai Star Rail, or are they gonna start building up momentum with 2.7 and then just cutting it off like that with a filler patch like 2.8 and then releasing Amphoreus, right? Personally, I think we're going to be going from 2.7 straight to 3.0. We have about 5 weeks until the drip marketing of either 2.8 or 3.0. Regardless, we're going to be getting the next drip marketing for the next update after 2.7 in just 5 measly weeks. So unless leaks come out that say, there's going to be a 2.8 or there's not going to be a 2.8, then we're just going to have to wait and see for the actual drip marketing. But that's it, right? I'm so hyped, right? These two units, they've been highly anticipated for so long, and honestly, like, bro, like, what do you mean Tingyun is coming back to life as a 5-star? There is no possible way that they're just gonna end off that hype with some like Lunar New Year festival. They're not doing that. There's no way. There's actually no way.